caps lock different. It's facts, non-fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finish. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. Way y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go and flip.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 206 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with my co-hosts Nick Theories and Philly Phil. Thank you to everybody that's tuned into the live stream. If you haven't done so, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. We are back after a week layoff because Nick was getting his mouth fixed.
Chill, bro. Chill, man. You gotta put my business out there like that? It's
How's
crazy.
your mouth?
A lot better. I feel good. I feel good. I'm good.
What was the worst part? Was it before you went in because you're psychotic?
Yeah, definitely before. Like I definitely psyched myself out. I'll be honest with you.
You? I don't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, look, yo,
you do that?
Yeah, man. Yo, Google will do that to you, bro.
I know. I say it all the time.
Yo,
I would love to
fucks with your brain, dude.
I would love to see your Google history, but then again, I would probably think differently of you.
Well, I like to lead myself to believe that everybody Googles shit. Some crazy shit too.
Trust me. About 2 weeks ago,
it ain't just me.
Well, 2 weeks ago, I told my brother I was so baked. I woke up and I went on Google to look at something, and it was like, and it's how did Earth form? And I just started laughing. I was like, wow, I was really out there.
That's what I'm saying. So, you know, you can talk about my Google history, but I bet you yours is probably crazy too.
No.
It's probably
sexy porn. How is the Earth made? Were dinosaurs really real? Crazy shit like that. But you psych yourself out.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's different. Yeah. I don't Google like insane things.
We get one body, bro. So like when something goes wrong, like I have to know what's going on. You know what I mean? I have to.
Like SHL.
Yo, I saw that surgery too. Like I was like, holy shit. So like that really freaked me out.
Well, you know, it's funny when you said that. I was laughing too because I did it when I
saw it on YouTube.
When I got my surgery, I did the same thing. I went on YouTube and looked at it, and I'm like, all right, it is what it is. I'm done looking. I just gotta go.
Yo, that messed with my head so much, dude. Like I couldn't sleep a little bit, dude. I was so worried about that. But then after that, it wasn't anything. Honestly, it wasn't bad.
I know. And normally shit like that.
I know.
Honestly,
it's just so, yeah. But like, I think the word surgery always freaks me out.
The only reason I would get nervous, though, is something like that is because like anything that happens in the mouth with your teeth always hurts.
Facts.
Like whatever, like tooth pain is the worst. Like your gums, your anything, like cavity fillings, root canals. I've had all that shit. It all hurts.
Because here's the thing. Teeth don't grow back, right? And your gums don't grow back either. So when something goes wrong, you got to panic a little bit because you're like, what the fuck's going on? You know what I mean? Like it's shit.
While you were getting your mouth fixed, Celtics close out the Mavericks in 5. I got to stop saying it like that.
Yeah.
While you were getting surgery.
You're putting me out there like, I'm like, you know.
Well, we talked about you having SHL, so we could talk about your teeth. All right, so the Celtics closed out the Mavs in 5 to win their 18th NBA title. Tatum and Brown finally did it. What do you think? Do you think A, they can repeat, and B, do you think they win more than one?
Yeah, I definitely think they can repeat. I mean, if they have everybody coming back,
they do.
And yeah, exactly.
The whole roster's under.
Yeah, if they had, well, Drew Holiday coming back is major for them. I mean, he was the difference, honestly. And Porzingis, he had a little bit of an impact, you know, throughout the whole season.
He won game 1.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. But what I'm saying is like they had their whole roster coming back, and who in the East is really messing with the Celtics? What, the Sixers? I know, right?
No. I wasn't even going to say that. The Sixers can mess with them.
They can.
The problem is health.
They can. But what do you think the Sixers need to do for them to contend with the Celtics then? Because to me, I don't see a team out there that's messing with this.
They need to find a way to get Paul George and find a way to trade for marketing.
You think that's those
I think right there, you bring back Oubre. Because if you get Paul George, now you have Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, Oubre, Markkanen, Embiid. You have size, you have length, you have defense. I mean, Paul George is a veteran. You get veteran help there. But, I mean, even if you try and get Drummond to come back for a year.
But you also got a chance for them being injured. Like, Paul George has a history of being injured. So does Embiid. And at the worst times, too. So, it's like you're going to have two of them on the same team.
But Siakam,
I'm a little worried.
Siakam already signed the max.
Yeah, and
Who's left? I don't really want Levine because the Bulls won't take a top 10 pick for Alex Caruso. So what are they going to want for Zach LaVine?
I mean,
I feel
like they're holding him hostage.
Who, Levine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
to a degree, because I feel like there's been talk about him being traded the last 2 years.
The other problem is Levine isn't putting you over the top as currently constructed.
No,
I would like Batum back too.
What about LeBron?
I don't see it. I have a weird theory on LeBron, to be honest, but I don't see him going to Philly. I think if LeBron was to leave, it would be to the Mavericks.
Oh, why? Because you saw that photo that Bronny posted.
It's not even so much that. Well, so that started it, and then when I thought about it, it made sense.
It does make sense because Kyrie's there.
It's not even that.
He loves Luka.
But here's the thing: he loves Luka. Kyrie's there, and he wants to play with him. However, love and respects Jason Kidd. Love Jared Dudley. He likes Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
They got Lively, who's going to be better. PJ Washington can knock down threes. So Gafford, who doesn't miss inside fucking 5 feet. Like, that would make sense. He trusts Jason Kidd to develop Bronny. Like that. Look, if Brown was to leave LA, I feel like that's a spot where I just kind of look at and I'm like, that is something that is quietly realistic.
Well, it's definitely talked about because, within the family of the James family, because obviously Bronny posted that photo, and you have to sit back and be like, okay.
Wait, Bronny posted that?
You didn't see it on Twitter?
I didn't see him. I didn't know it was Bronny. I saw the photo. I didn't know it was Bronny.
I thought I liked it. I might have liked it.
I saw the photo, but I didn't see it was Bronny. But the other part is it's a hard fit. LeBron is ball dominant.
Yeah. Did he not post that? Is that not him?
Let me see. That's not him.
That's not him? It's verified.
Yeah, that's not him. It's fake. It says Bronny #1 fan in the fucking bio. You got.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I know that account though. However, the thing is
that's corny. People that have blue checks, they're not even like real people.
Checks over stripes.
That's corny.
The problem is that it's hard to play with Luka. We'll get back to that. But go back to Jason Tatum.
I love that theory, but the Celtics, they're going to be they'll be back.
The Celtics are going to be a problem in the East for the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't shock me if they represented the East for the next 3 years.
So they're going to be a dynasty.
If they win, you don't get a dynasty for being there.
I know, but do you think that any team in the West can actually knock them off?
I think the Wolves with another year of experience. Denver, if they get 2 more bench pieces. I don't think Dallas can. I think Dallas might have blew their load this year. Unless, depending on what they do in the offseason. Yeah. Though. But that's really it. I mean, the Clippers are never healthy. The Lakers are kind of up in the air. You don't know.
The Warriors are,
The Warriors aren't. The Lakers, here's the thing. The reason that the Lakers are always a wild card is because if AD and LeBron are right, they always have a chance, except when it comes to Denver for whatever weird reason that is.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like unless something drastically happens in the East, it's the Celtics conference to win.
I mean, they blew through everybody in the playoffs.
I know.
I mean, look, albeit the stars on the opposite team were hurt at the
they still did their thing,
but you know what, dude? They still, you're right. They still did their thing, and they dominated, man. Honestly,
Jaylen Brown won the Finals MVP. I'm so happy for that dude.
Yeah, me too.
Like even when he won the Eastern Conference one, and he said like I never win shit, and you look at it, and it's like that really is crazy. And I've said this a million times. I've said it on one of these episodes a year or 2 back. I wasn't sure if Jason Tatum was that much better than Jaylen Brown, if at all. Like I've always been on that. And I always said if Jason Tatum had Jaylen Brown's motor, Jaylen Brown would be a top 5 player in the league. Like I think Jaylen Brown is that good. And I think now with the Finals MVP, it's like, where do you rank Jaylen Brown in the NBA? Like he's a top 15 player. He has to be. Jaylen Brown's not a bum. And I feel like he didn't make an all NBA team. That's insane.
I don't know. I mean,
like they treat Jaylen Brown.
He scored 10 points in Game 4, though.
But he also hit the dagger shot in Dallas in Game 3.
I know. I get it.
It happens.
It does, but I don't know. If you're a top 15 player in the world, you don't score 10 points in the finals.
It happens, dude.
It does. But
at one point, you were saying that about Devin Booker. And Devin Booker got the floor wiped with him.
I like D-Book though.
Yeah, I know, but Jaylen Brown better than D-Book.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what am I going to say on that? I mean, he won a chip.
Yeah. So that's just where I am with Jaylen. I thought he deserved it. I was happy for him.
Yeah. Well, do you think Tatum should have won though?
No.
You don't think he should have been in consideration?
No, because Jaylen Brown was the one guarding, playing. Like, I know that Jason Tatum was like one of 9 players or something that led in points, rebounds, and assists, but it's not all that. He had poor shooting nights, dude. Like the one night he's saying like, "Oh, I wasn't trying to score." It's like, bro, you took 22 shots. You were trying to score. They just weren't dropping.
You know who would have won an MVP if he was healthy? Probably Porzingis.
After game 1, I guarantee you he was the betting favorite. I guarantee you, because they were
off the bench and everything. Like
they were making a case too for Drew Holiday, and it was like it was fair, but
I don't hate it.
It's just, but
Derek White had a big impact too.
I'm just shocked that it didn't go to Tatum, because when you lead in those 3 categories and the what's it called? The reputation that Tatum has is that Boston's all about Tatum. Yeah, it's all about Tatum.
Right.
And it just
the billboards, everything's about Tatum.
But I feel like the way Jaylen Brown gets viewed is the way like Andre Iguodala got viewed when he won the Finals MVP in 2016 against LeBron, where it's like, he's a good player that plays his role, and it's like he's better than that. I'm not comparing him to Iguodala. I'm saying
no,
circumstantial.
I don't know. I don't know if I got the same feeling about that.
That was the feeling that I got, because I'm like, why does nobody give Jaylen Brown any respect? Like, they act like Jason Tatum is far and away the better player, and that's just simply not true.
Yeah, but I think 2 things can be true though. I mean, he could be a good player, but also need Jason Tatum to win a title. Do you think Brown could do it by himself?
No, but I don't think Jason Tatum can either.
See, I guess we'll never know.
You won't.
But here's the thing. Does it matter?
No, it doesn't.
Like in today's NBA, I don't think it matters.
It doesn't. But here's the thing. If your life was on the line, right, and you had to pick one of those players, do you even consider Brown? Because in my opinion, when I watch Brown, he's more of that go-getter dog to fucking go and win a game.
So you taking Tatum or Brown?
Brown.
If you had to choose.
If I had to choose, I think
I don't know about that.
I think Brown. I think it's close.
I probably think.
I think it's close. I think it's close. I think Tatum has more raw ability and natural ability, but I think Jaylen Brown's motor and his tenacity, those are my kind of players. I feel more comfortable with somebody that is
he could play defense.
With somebody that's like a rough rider. I feel more comfortable with my life dependent upon that. That's the way I view that situation.
Yeah, they were killing Jason Tatum, saying that he was taking everybody's lines when he won the title.
They said Jason Tatum's everybody but Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Because he was just mimicking
everybody that won. Yeah,
like the Garnett one.
So
we did
weird.
It
was
and other stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. It was really cringe watching those videos. Cringy. Kind of. Yeah, I don't see him as like a superstar. Like I don't know. I don't
think he is.
You don't think Tatum's a superstar?
I don't think he's a superstar. I don't. I would love him on the Sixers. I would love him on the Sixers. He's absolutely an all-star.
Yeah.
He's a great player.
But
a superstar where you can drop him on a team and he instantly turns
around.
No. He's not Giannis. Nah. He's not Luka. He's not Joker. He's not Embiid.
Right.
He's just not. He's not Steph. He's not LeBron at 40.
It's so hard to say though. Like, do you think Tatum and Brown are just that much better than the entire league though together? Because
I just think
they wipe the floor with the competition in the playoffs.
They fit.
So like those two, do you think that combination is just that good? Or do you think the pieces around them actually kind of contribute to them getting, all the
Brad Stevens built a fucking all-star team.
Because, dude, like Derek White has been awesome this year, dude.
Well, look what happened the Bucks traded Drew, and what happened? Drew's an awesome player.
He's great.
Like somebody was saying, it was like he was a 6-time all defense, 2-time all NBA, 2-time NBA all champion. And it's like, is he a Hall of Famer? Now, if you ask me if Drew Holiday's a Hall of Famer, no. However, to me, it's not a question. Drew Holiday's not a Hall of Famer.
Right.
But he's going to make a case to get in because in the NBA, everybody makes it. It's easy, but
he's got 2 rings with 2 different teams.
I understand that. I get
that's crazy. We had Drew Holiday, dude.
I know. It's fucking sickening.
He's a Sixer, yo. That's nuts.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
That is wild.
It hurts.
It kind of does hurt.
It hurts, dude, because it's like look how impactful he is. He left Milwaukee, and Milwaukee was ass.
Yeah.
They weren't ass, but you know what I'm saying. Compared to what they were supposed to be. But not for nothing, you can make the argument Drew is better. Drew is more impactful than Dame.
Yeah, I would say
because of overall basketball play, dude. Damian Lillard can't guard and defend. But it's like when you look at the optics, look at the hit the Bucks took. Look at it and look what Drew. Now, look, I know you can say Middleton was a few years older and he got hurt, but it's just like when I see it, dude, I don't know. You could win a championship easier with the Drew Holiday before you can with Damian Lillard. If you want to say 1-versus-1, Damian Lillard's a better talent, okay.
Yeah.
Because I get it. But
he definitely is.
if you're looking at the optics in terms of team success and being able to get where you need to go, you can make a compelling case that you would choose Drew Holiday. And a lot of it goes to you can put Drew Holiday on the other team's best scorer.
Yeah, but he's not better than Dame. Like I wouldn't say he's better than Dame, but in terms of like what a team needs,
Drew.
Yeah, like I would probably
say
that's
what I'm saying. Okay, I'm not saying he's better than Dame. I'm just saying that he will help you win a title more than Damian Lillard.
Yeah, he's a piece that a lot of teams are missing that don't have a chance to get because he's one in whatever.
Yeah, he would have helped the Sixers more than Damian Lillard. Why? Because Damian Lillard can't defend.
I like that. I mean, I don't hate that. I mean, I think you need you need players like Derek White's and
you need them.
Yo, dude, Al Horford fucking performing.
I was actually happy for him, and I hate Al Horford.
I know, man, but like, damn, dude, like he was so ass on the Sixers, and you look at him now, he's like, dude, and he's even older now, and he's like performing.
4 years or 4 years. Like, and the craziest thing is like that the defensive thing that I was talking about with Holiday goes into the Luka stuff because what's Luka getting smashed for right now? Because he doesn't play defense.
Yeah.
Like he's getting blown by. And I'm not even going with the stat of like 10 open blow-bys or whatever. I'm not going that route.
The percentages are crazy though.
When you watch Luka, dude, he just looks like he dogs it on defense.
He definitely does.
Like it's just like, fuck it.
But do you think the criticism fair though? I mean, because dude, he's a bucket.
Yeah, but when you're a superstar, it comes with the territory.
I know, but
because here's the thing: if they won it all would have went to Luka.
But do all superstars play defense?
True superstars. I mean, Joker ain't a liability on defense. Giannis ain't a liability on defense. Steph at least looks like he's trying. He's not a liability.
Well, wait. Let me ask you a question. What makes Luka a superstar over Tatum? Like, why would Luka be a superstar but Tatum not?
Because when you watch Luka, I feel like Luka can control the tempo of the game, and he can single-handedly win you games. Like I don't get that same feeling with Tatum.
I don't know, man.
Like I
think I would feel comfortable with Tatum. If Jaylen Brown was out and Tatum was playing by himself with the Celtics team, I think that he could win.
So if you put
maybe not the title, but I think
if Tatum is on the Mavs with Kyrie, do you think they rip through the West and win the West? Because I don't. Now look, that's an odd dynamic because now the ball goes mainly to Kyrie's hands, and Luka is a better distributor than both Kyrie and Tatum. Because Tatum is like, if he has 6 assists, that's a good night for him.
Yeah.
Luka, he's giving you 8, 9, 10, 11 assists a night. So that's where it comes in. Luka can just do more offensively.
Yeah, offensively, but defensively, he's a liability as well. So like it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah, but that's the opposite of Dame and Drew. Like I was saying, you could do better with that, but I feel like you could do better with Luka. And then it also comes in on the eye test. Like when I watch Luka, I'm like, yo, this dude he's real. Like he could carry a team.
In fairness, Luka did go to the Western Conference Finals, right?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. So he can.
I just don't know if Luka. It's hard with Luka because.
You think he's ever going to win?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know, and the reason I'm saying it, and like
that sucks.
They made comparisons before with Harden, but when you watch it, it is very similar. Like Luka can go out and get you 40 any night he wants.
Yeah.
And I love Luka. I love the way he plays. I love the in your face. I love the shit talk.
Me too. I love that shit.
I love it, dude. I love it. But the problem is like he is so ball dominant and ball centric. He can't play off the ball at all. He can't. He needs the fucking ball to be anywhat effective. And then it's like when you get to the defensive end, he's not diving for loose balls. He doesn't have the same look on defense that he has on offense of I want it.
Yeah, he looks lazy. Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, I do enough on offense. And it's like, no, dude, you need to set the example for your rookies, for your glue guys.
Right.
You need to show that, dude. Like LeBron's 40 and I see him diving more. Curry's diving for loose balls. Joker's doing it. So
everybody,
it's hard when I say that because I don't know if Luka's style can ever win. And the thing is like, I don't know how Luka changes because that's Luka's game.
So is it impressive that he got this far?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like the odds.
Scheme?
Yeah, because to me, the odds are against somebody the odds are against a team that has a superstar player like that.
I mean, yeah.
They just are. They just are. Name another team besides you had Dame in Portland. They got to the Western Conference Finals once and got the shit beat out of them by the Warriors. 2019?
Yeah.
That was a lucky run. They played the Pelicans when Boogie and I think Rondo got hurt. I think that was that year.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like you go to, what was I just saying? You got Dame. What was I saying? Oh, Dame. Then you go to Harden. And it's like they got to the Western Conference Finals too. Chris Paul got fucked up, but it's like they missed 27 threes. I know you can say that, but it's like that style has never shown you to win.
Right.
It's never done it. It just doesn't do it.
I hope he wins though, because I really think Luka is one of those special players.
Well, here's the thing:
we've seen, and like I think winning a title would put him in that category.
Elite. I mean, look, he's already elite. I don't want to say that, but look, I can go back. Dwayne Wade with the 06 Heat. That was kind of solo ball, but he had Shaq, but Shaq was old. Shaq was older,
but he still had an impact.
That's what I'm saying. But then you go to who's next? The 08 Celtics? No. 2010 Lakers, you could say, where it was Kobe and Odom and Gasol.
That was a trio there. Yeah.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah. 2011 Mavs, that was all Dirk.
That was the best finals.
But I know, but Jason Kidd was running that. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't just Dirk was bringing the ball up and jacking shot after shot after shot. Like, yeah, Harden was averaging 40 in a 10 game, 20 game span, but it's like, bro, you were taking 25 shots and you had the ball 65% of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So
dude, that was the best finals though, yo. That 2011.
Looking back on it now, it was awesome. I hated it.
Just the competition in that finals was great.
Well, I watched my favorite player get cooked by JJ Barea and fucking Jason Terry. And Shawn Marion.
Remember, but weren't the Mavs down like 15
in game 2?
And was it game 2 or was it? Okay, I thought it was game 4.
I thought it was game 2
because the Mavs were down 2-1 in that series, right?
And then they won 3 straight.
And then the Mavs won 3 straight, dude. That was insane. Because like everybody was like they were the biggest underdogs ever.
Nobody thought they were gonna win.
Like
I'll never forget. We were watching it in Wildwood.
Yeah,
we lived down the shore.
Yeah, you were Magnolia.
That's where we were watching it.
That's right. Me and Seamus were talking about that last night. We were talking about that finals, that very finals right there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Because he doesn't believe LeBron's a GOAT, the GOAT.
Yeah, I know. He's
Team Jordan.
Yeah, I know. He's got a lot of explaining to do.
He's got
a lot. Yeah. That's my guy and all. I love him, but he's got a lot of explaining to do. I mean, I'm beside myself. I just don't understand how he gets up, puts his boots on, and looks himself in the mirror. I'm confused. But so next year, do you think the Celtics in the East, I say, are the favorite to get to the finals? Who would you say right now is the favorite in the West?
It's got to be the Nuggets.
You think?
Yeah, absolutely.
They
had the best players.
What about the Thunder?
They had the best players.
Because now, look at this.
West, bro.
The Wolves and the Thunder now have the experience. They made a playoff run.
Yeah, but the Nuggets are damn good too. It took a lot for the Wolves to beat them.
That was an odd series. You go up 2-0, you lose 3 straight.
And I don't think the Mavericks do beat the Nuggets. Matchup wise, I think that's a nightmare.
Because they don't have anybody fuck with Joker.
No way. And Kyrie, dude, like, to me, he just wasn't that aggressive.
I know.
Like, what happened to him? Like, he used to get you 30, 25 easy. It just feels like, to me, he's just not aggressive, and I hate that. I think that, I think that's what the Mavs needed him. They needed him to be aggressive.
Do you think it's that shit? What is it again that he was waving in there?
The sage.
The sage, yeah. Maybe he didn't do it enough.
Yeah, maybe he did.
The bad energy was harnessed in the building.
But yeah, like game 4, he had what? Hit 20. But then game 3, he had, or game 2, he had 30 something, 35 in game 3.
I think 31.
If he could give him 35,
that's what you were
along
missing.
with Luka, yeah.
I knew that game was over when Peyton Pritchard hit that. I knew the game was over when Peyton Pritchard hit that because they had a little bit of momentum and he just sucked the fucking wind out of them. And at the end of the first quarter, they went up 10. It was like 21-18.
Yeah, 28-18.
And it ended 28-18. It was 20-18, bro. And you go on an 8-point run, 8-0 run
in the last minute. Yeah. I think it was like the last minute 9 seconds.
Yeah, and but that's where you win playoff games, bro. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and that was a separation. And then you had their home crowd and in it, you're knocking on the door from a title. It's tough to overcome, dude. Eventually, they were going to collapse, and that's exactly what happened, man. Look, I would love to see the Mavs do it, because I'm a big fan of Luka. I think he's one of the special ones in the NBA, but I'm right with you, man. Like, who do you think is going to be the favorite in the West next year? I had the Nuggets. I think rightfully so. I think they had the best player arguably in the league. Obviously.
I would say Wolves or Thunder.
The Wolves or the Thunder. Oh, the Thunder are slept on too. They are, dude.
I think the Thunder, dude. SGA gets no respect.
Another year of Chet. I think he's going to
put on weight.
Yeah, he needs to put on weight.
Yeah, and then you got SGA, bro. What's SGA? Dude, SGA could have won the MVP. He was just young.
Arguably, he should have.
And now it's like you're coming back. You went 7 games with Dallas in the second round. Like, dude, that's a scary team next year.
I like
it's a scary 7.
See, they're slept on, man.
I know.
Nobody talks about them. Like even like
cheddar packs.
But like even before the playoffs started, like they were the 1 seed and nobody even picked them to go to the finals.
Nobody did. It's the only person was you. You said you had the Thunder in 5. That was insane behavior.
Oh, against the Mavs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Well, I believed in them. I watched them all year. Like I like that team. I think they're good.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think next year they're the team, not the team to beat, but be careful because I know they're coming.
I knew the Celtics were going to win the whole thing, though, dude. They were the best team all year.
I know.
Like I just knew it, dude.
I know.
Like it
was their time.
It was their time, man.
It was fitting.
Yeah.
The Mavericks weren't ready for it. They got hot, and then they ran into a team that everybody underestimated because during the playoffs, they did cruise. They cruised through, but they were playing teams that were injured, and everybody was down on them.
Yeah, history is amazing, dude, because they won the title the same day as the 08 team.
Yeah.
6-17.
And then they were saying
08.
The last 2 things were Kobe numbers.
It's crazy.
8 and 24.
I know. Isn't that nuts? Wow.
We've been here before.
Dude, 16 years ago they won. We were
juniors in high school.
Bro, that is why. That was half our life ago.
I know.
Oh, fuck.
It's insane.
I didn't even hit the cone yet.
I know. It scares the shit out of me.
That's going to tweak me out,
I know. It scares the shit out of me.
Holy shit. That was half our life.
I know.
Wow. Yo, that just really fucking rocked my world. That's crazy.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
You focused?
I'm back. Yeah,
all right, cool. Let's go to the NFL. Trevor Lawrence signs a 5-year, $270 million contract from the Jags. What do you think about this?
I think it's overpay. I think it's what has he done to command a $275 million contract? I don't understand. What, 1 playoff win gets you that? I don't. If that's the standard, any quarterback that wins a playoff game, I want $275 million.
That's a starting point.
He's getting paid for what he did in college, and he's getting paid for the hype that was surrounding him. He's not getting paid for what he's done. Unfortunately, he's not.
If he got paid for what he's done, he's a $20 million, $25 million, $30 million a year quarterback. So he should be getting Baker's deal.
Well, he makes. I agree with that. Like Baker, they got a bargain, bro.
Give me Baker on $100 million before you give me Trevor on $275.
I'm right with you. I don't care. That might not be a popular opinion, but
I don't give a fuck.
Shit.
I don't care.
I'm right with you, dude. Look, I'm right with you, bro.
I think the Jags giving Trevor Lawrence this deal is so Jacksonville.
But they had to, though.
No way.
Yes, they had to.
No way.
Mike, they had no quarterback for a while.
Don't matter. You still don't.
I know, but you have something there. But the problem is the market dictated this.
No.
I think it's crazy too. No. I'm right with you.
Listen to me, brother.
But they had no choice. Listen. Just like Dallas is going to have no choice but to pay Dak.
No, you paid him 2 years early.
I know.
Dak is already but Dak has been in MVP races.
But here's the thing. The quarterback market is going up.
I understand that, but you don't
so if you get it early, you get a bargain in 2 years.
But
that's the financial aspect and decision behind it.
You know what it reminds me of? The Eagles paid Carson Wentz 2 years early. The difference is Carson Wentz was the front runner for as the league MVP. Trevor Lawrence has never even been close to that. I don't understand the Trevor Lawrence love. Trevor Lawrence is living off of his college hype. That's all it is. And they're saying, oh, you're paying for projection or what you see he can be. What has he shown you? He has the same career numbers through his first 3 years as Daniel Jones. You're giving him Joe Burrow money. Trevor Lawrence doesn't deserve that because he's not that good. I made a list of quarterbacks definitively better than Trevor Lawrence right now. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, Matt Stafford, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Tua, Aaron Rodgers, Brock Purdy, CJ Stroud, Jordan Love. That's 15 quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. And right now I'm taking Baker Mayfield over Trevor Lawrence. He's won a playoff game in both conferences. He stepped in for Tom Brady and led the Bucs to the playoffs. When he was in Cleveland, he had a great team around him. He won their first playoff game in 20 years when he led the league in touchdowns as a rookie. Trevor Lawrence did none of this. What did Trevor Lawrence do to deserve this money? And then you got Lamar Jackson, who had a holdout and couldn't get paid. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Trevor Lawrence is never going to be a top 5 quarterback. He hasn't shown anything. And he hasn't shown me a thing that resembles that. I'm right with you. But when you haven't had a quarterback in so long, like, you don't have a choice, dude. Like, they don't have a choice. And here's the thing. They've already had a taste of success winning that playoff game. So then in their mind, they're thinking, okay, he's gotten us there before. They're thinking he's going to get better in the next 5 years within that contract. Whether I think it's right or wrong, that's beside my point. But the point is that they're paying him because they never had a quarterback for a minute, like since probably David Gerard. Dead ass like that. I don't know. When was the last good Jacksonville quarterback? Like, look, they had no choice but to pay it up for him, man. I'm gonna say something fucking crazy, but
I'm dead ass.
Not for nothing, dude, but Blake Bortles made an AFC chip.
Yeah, but they had
Gardner Minshew had a good winning percentage. But their defense
was so elite, like they were ridiculous.
I get it, bro, but look, I mean, we're talking 3,600 first year, 3,600 yards, 12 touchdowns, 17 picks. Follows it up with 4,100 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 8 picks. Follows that up with 4,000 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. So in the second to third year jump, you went down in yards, down in touchdowns, up in interceptions, and down in quarterback rating. How the fuck does that warrant you a huge payday?
And you had Calvin Ridley.
And ETN, who was running the shit out of the ball.
Right.
Christian Kirk.
That would concern me.
Who's the other dude? Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
Like, your pay scale went up as if you're a top 5 guy, and your touchdowns, interceptions, yards, and rating went down. Like, what am I missing?
What was Baker's stats this year? So Baker had 28 and 10 with 4,000 yards.
How many yards? 4,000 what? Because he had 4,016.
He had 4,044.
What was his completion percentage?
Baker's was 64.3.
He was 65.6.
Yeah, so he was better, but Baker had a better quarterback rating. Baker had less interceptions, more touchdowns,
more yards,
more passing yards, but a less completion percentage.
I don't give a fuck about a completion
percentage. Yeah, me either. Because if Baker went to the playoffs, by the way.
Won the division.
Right.
After Tom Brady.
Won the division when they were, like, the betting odds, the worst team.
Yeah.
To win the division, in any division,
and
actually.
And people forget.
I think in any division.
Yeah. No, the Raiders.
Okay.
And but
they were top 2. Or
people
top
forget
3.
too, back against the wall, Baker was in a must-win at Green Bay in Lambeau. I think it was a Sunday night game, and he went there and won that game.
That was when?
That was I think, the second to last game of the season.
Their backs were against the wall. I know they needed to win to get in or something like that. Because the Falcons were
December 17th. Yeah, 34-20.
Yeah.
They won't put a hurt piece on them.
They wouldn't be. They sure did. So what was Baker's deal? 100 mil?
100 million.
For how many years? 3. And Trevor Lawrence got 5 years, 275.
Give me Baker at 100 million.
I don't understand that. I mean, Baker is 29 years old. Trevor Lawrence is 24. Look, 29 to me in the NFL, a quarterback is considered young. back in the day, that was like, holy shit, you're towards the end of your career.
Think of the pressure Baker was playing under because it was prove it.
Yeah.
The problem is a narrative gets created around a player and you can't break it.
But also Baker is not the kind of guy to command 275. Like
Correct.
I feel like he would, because they had to keep Evans.
Yeah.
So that was also part of the negotiation as well.
My thing is though, is like, okay, so Trevor, you didn't win with Kirk and Ridley. You also lost Zay Jones. So it's like, well, bro, when your cap hit kicks in 2 years, who are you going to go out and sign?
Well, ETN would be gone. They're not going to pay him.
It's not even, but how do you go sign a T. Higgins? You can't. The math won't work.
Right.
So my thing is he didn't win with good running back, 2 good wide receivers, good tight end.
Well, they had the money because they were still in the running for Calvin Ridley. So they have cap space to go get a wide receiver. I still think they can
now.
Yeah.
But not in 2 years when that kicks in. His cap hit's going to be crazy.
Do we know the numbers?
I'm going to look right
the logistics of it?
I know it's crazy because it ain't fucking.
Let's look it up right now. Let's see the contract details.
I'm looking right now.
It's probably at least 50 million. So here's the over the cap here.
You got it?
So yeah, here we go. So
look in 2 years.
His cap number for this year is 15 million.
Nothing.
Next year is 17 million.
Nothing because it's
2026 it goes to 24. Then it goes up to 35 in 2027.
So 3 years.
2028 it's 47 million. 2029 and 2030, this is where things get crazy. The cap hit is $78.5 million. And then
Now look, you can restructure and sign
yeah, sure.
So I get it.
And 2030, it's 75 million.
You know what the Jaguars did with this deal? They guaranteed that Trevor Lawrence ain't leading them to the Super Bowl.
Well, here's the thing. They're locked into this if in my opinion, they're locked into this contract until 2027. At least 2027, because they're dead money cap. And if they were to get rid of Trevor Lawrence in 2027, it would cost them $93 million.
That's worse than Russell Wilson. What was Russell Wilson, 88?
Well, here's the numbers. After this year, if just say the Jags went like 3-14 and they were fucking ass and Trevor Lawrence just fell off, right?
Yeah.
The next year they can get off of that contract for $142 million. 2025, it's $133 million. Then it goes to 116 in 2026. 2027, it's $93 million. Now in 2028, it's kind of where it's like, okay, like we've seen this number before where a team can survive if the dead money cap was at $42.5 million. It's a big cap hit, but usually you have a quarterback by then to kind of fill in his shoes so you can get rid of the dead weight of your team because you have the quarterback that can get you to the same place that the quarterback that you paid for.
Are the Eagles? The Eagles are your number one team, right?
Yeah.
Would you feel comfortable if they gave Trevor Lawrence that contract?
It depends. I mean, look.
All right, but put it this way: the Jaguars are your squad. They've been your squad. You're Nick Basile.
That's crazy.
Would you trust that contract? Like, would that make you feel good, or would it make you feel like, yo, what are you doing?
Truthfully, I mean, it's hard to put yourself in that shoes because, like, if my team hasn't had a quarterback in a minute, and we have somebody that like where I saw the quarterback throw 25 touchdowns and have 8 picks and have 4,000 yards, like I can hang my hat on that. I think they're hanging their hat on that season and that comeback in that playoff game where they won that playoff game, and then we were like, okay, the Jags, they got their foot in the door now. Right? Like they're making a name for themselves. We loved the Jags last year. Like we thought they were legit.
I did.
Like
I thought they were the one seed.
I mean, because their schedule was cupcake.
I know.
But we didn't know CJ Stroud was going to bloom. We didn't know the Colts were going to be what they were. We didn't know certain things.
I'm so glad you said that. You paid $55 million a year for the second best quarterback in your division. And here's the thing. You brought up Gardner Minshew. I like that. 2019, 61% completion percentage. So he was 5 points off Trevor's completion percentage in his best year. He was 800 yards less, 4 touchdowns less, and two interceptions less with a higher rating. Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you're saying, oh, they haven't had a quarterback. But are you sure they have a quarterback? Like, if you ask me right now, what is Trevor Lawrence's ceiling? Would you say top 10, top 5? Would you bet on him to win a Super Bowl?
I wouldn't be mad if he was my quarterback, though. Like, especially if
he would frustrate me.
Especially as a Jags fan, though. But like, I haven't had a quarterback in a minute. So like, if I can get somebody,
are you sure you have one?
Well, look, here's the thing. And this goes back to the argument where I talk about we judge quarterbacks so goddamn early.
Yeah,
the dude's
I agree.
24 years old. He had 3 years in the league. We can give him some time.
I agree.
Right?
But not with that money.
No,
because that money indicates he's already a superstar.
But the money is what it is because based on the market, like that's just what the market is. You're going to have to pay. Like Dak Prescott's going to get $60 million a year.
I also think that's crazy.
I know, but that's just the market. They're going to have to do it. You got to pay pay the piper, bro.
But here's the thing:
that's just what it is. It's just a market. It's a market thing.
But my thing is you have to stop it.
Well, you can't because as the cap is increasing every year for each team, the market's going to explode even more.
But you can because you could say no, prove it. Like if Trevor Lawrence came to me and I said that, like, yo, I'm not giving you $55 million. You need to show me more.
You can.
Dak Prescott, I want 60. Now you need to show me you can win in the playoffs.
And then he leaves, and then now you're left with nothing.
That's fine though.
It's not going to be.
It's worth the gamble,
but it's not worth the gamble for a team that hasn't found a quarterback in a long time.
But
when you have somebody that had a lot of hype, and he has showed something. He has.
He showed me that he can be good.
Has he shown 275? No, I agree with you. But has he shown something to where he could be a competent quarterback in this league? Absolutely.
Yeah, he has shown that. But my problem is that with Trevor, the narrative around Trevor is that he's a superstar.
Right.
He just got paid like he's a superstar.
Yeah. I
don't see it, and I don't know why people do it.
Look, I agree with that. But like the thing is that the market is the market. As long as the cap is increasing per team, the market's going to go up for every position. That's just what it is. It's always who's the next man up.
I agree. But my point is me though, is like, at what point do you just say enough? Like, what owner is going to be brave enough to say it might be fucking Jerry Jones?
What did Mahomes get? What do you get? 10 years, 50, 500,
and he makes like $44 million a year.
So think about this: Trevor Lawrence makes more money than Mahomes.
That's my point.
But that's just because if it's the market. It's like whenever he signed the contract, that's just the way it is.
But Mahomes purposely did it like that,
right?
To give the team more flexibility.
Sure. But he also gave himself financial stability.
I get
forever.
That. But even when he signed,
locked it in because he could have got hurt too. It's a physical sport.
But he already led the league in touchdowns. He had 5,000 passing yards. He won a Super Bowl.
Right.
He was already in an AFC Championship game.
Right.
It's like there was merit behind that.
Sure.
With this, it's like I'm looking at somebody who's had to start his career that of Daniel Jones.
Right. Daniel Jones got $40 million,
which is insane.
He got more money than Baker, even after the Baker performed. Baker went to the playoffs. Daniel Jones didn't.
That's what I don't understand. Like at best, Trevor Lawrence is the what? At best, Trevor Lawrence is the 14th best quarterback in the league, and he's paid like he's the third. Well, the first, I guess you really could say. Because like I said, on that list, is there anybody you would take over Trevor Lawrence that I said?
I mean,
seriously, Mahomes, no. Allen, no. Burrow, no. Lamar, no. Dak, no. Goff, no. Stafford, no. Herbert, no. Hurts, no. Tua, no. Rodgers, no. Purdy.
But out of those names, can he be better than them? Like, does he have the physical talent?
He'll never be better than Mahomes. He'll never be better than Allen. He'll never be better than Burrow. He'll never be better than Rodgers.
Well, what if he goes to the Super Bowl?
What?
What if Trevor Lawrence goes to the Super Bowl within the next 2-3 years?
Well, then yeah, he can catapult. But I don't see that at all because I don't think Trevor Lawrence is good enough with your number one receiver being Christian Kirk to take you there. And now you're not going to have any money to go out and get a guy.
He did 2 years ago, though, in fairness.
He went to the Super Bowl?
No, he went to the playoffs.
That's it. And he did all right against KC. But look, my thing is, dude, is
he did.
That was a team at that point. They were kind of an unknown.
Right.
They were kind of an unknown.
They took a step back as a team, though. Is that on him? Sure.
Absolutely.
Because he's the quarterback. He's the leader.
And
they should have been a lot better than what they were.
If you were betting right now, would you bet on the Texans or Jags to win the division?
I mean, the Texans.
But my point
But
is
they loaded up in free agency.
I'm not even saying that, bro. But when you get paid like that, that's how it is. Like if Burrow's healthy, most people are picking the Bengals to win that division.
I mean, a lot of people are picking the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. But even
which I think is insane.
But that's also hard because of the Ravens. Like that's different because Lamar's a top 5 guy.
Yeah.
Arguable top 3 guy after his performance this year. So that's that. The AFC North is tricky. But I'm just saying, like when you get paid like that, to me, it's like, oh yeah, you're Super Bowl or bust, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's picking the fucking Jags to go to the Super Bowl this year. They're not even going to sniff the Super Bowl. They might not even make the playoffs with the loaded AFC.
You might be right.
The Colts are going to be better.
I can't.
The Titans, you don't know what the Titans are going to be. Right. The Texans are better.
Yeah.
And then you got the Jags.
I think the Titans are the sneaky team in that division. Nobody's talking about them. They loaded up.
The Colts are a wild card. The Colts made the division.
The Colts are a wild card because we don't know what Anthony Richardson is. But we don't know.
But however, you made the playoff. You almost made the playoffs with Gardner Minshew.
Right.
So,
but if your quarterback goes down, you don't have Gardner Minshew.
Correct. You have who's your backup?
I don't even know.
Is it Foles?
Colts quarterback room.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
I knew it was an old white guy. I knew it was an old white guy.
Look, maybe they wouldn't be done if Richardson got hurt because Joe Flacco in the dome. I mean, he might be all right.
He did it in the freezing cold.
Well, he also got crushed in the playoffs in the dome too, and he's had some nightmares against Houston. So I don't know, but regardless of that, it doesn't matter. I just think that division is going to be interesting.
Absolutely. It's going to be a fun division.
Yo, that went from being in a weird, trashy division to really interesting.
What if Will Levis
what if, right? Like I
got D-Hop.
Yeah.
They got 2-yard Tony.
They got Ridley, 2-yard Tony.
They got Ferkser.
Ferkser is crazy. They got what's his name? Who else did they get in free agents? They got Tyler Boyd.
Yeah. They got a nice trio.
They got all right.
Trio.
Yeah,
they got a nice trio.
They got a nice squad. I'm curious though. Why didn't they keep Henry though? Like
maybe money. I don't know.
Maybe. So you basically wanted Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard over Derrick Henry?
Yeah, that's kind of what they did.
I don't know if I hate it.
Depth.
Yeah.
In my Derrick voice.
Yeah, I mean. You had D-Hop, though. They had to get another wide receiver.
Yeah.
But they also have Treylon Burks.
Yeah, they got They got 4 capable wide receivers.
Look, man.
Treylon just always gets hurt, so he's a fucking wild card.
And Will Levis has shown some flashes where you were like, yo, he's a dog.
He's a dog.
And even D-Hop even said it.
Yeah.
Like when you have a guy of the D-Hop's
caliber
saying that about you, man, like that goes a long way.
Yeah.
And I think that's
you
why
can take your money to bank.
And that's why that's what the Titans did. They went into free agency and they got better in different positions for him to be successful.
They did the opposite of what the Patriots did for Mac Jones.
Right.
Oh, and not for nothing. Mac Jones is. Let's look at Mac.
He's coming.
Not anymore.
Mac Mids, baby.
Hold on.
He's gonna be the quarterback. If Trevor Lawrence goes down, you know who's the quarterback of that team, right? Mac Mids.
Mac Mids. But not for nothing. I mean, Mac's rookie year, like
fuck with Mac, man.
Yo, Mac.
I fuck with Mac, bro. I don't care.
Mac's shown a little bit.
He has shown, and he had an unfair advantage.
That's what I'm saying.
Super unfair, dude.
But he had the same.
But here's the thing: the fact that he's a backup is fucked up, dude. Because like
Bill Belichick's out.
He had like his rookie year. They went to the playoffs. He had 3,800 yards, 22 touchdowns, 13 picks. A 92.5 quarterback rating,
got a raw deal.
Completion percentage of near 68. Like that's crazy.
With Kendrick Bourne.
With no wide receivers.
Devontae Parker, fucking Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith.
Yeah. Like they didn't have anybody.
And Hunter Henry has been one of the worst free agent signings in recent memory. He's been trashed.
He got like $40 million. I remember
him and Jonnu got paid.
Yeah.
And then you roll out there with Kendrick Bourne and fucking and Devontae Parker.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, and he still went to the playoffs. Yeah, I know he got blown out. I mean, they got their ass beat by Buffalo. But still, at the same time, it's
Josh Allen, dude. Like, come on, bro. You could take some solace in that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like, yo, he had a good season in 2021, and then all of a sudden, you got worse on offense. You didn't give him any tools to be successful. You had like a fucking special teams guy running the offense and defensive guy running the offense. And it's like, come on, man. Like, give the kid a fair chance. Like if you gave him a wide receiver, if you gave him a competent offensive coordinator, I think Mac Jones could have been all right. I think he could have actually probably worked out.
He was given a raw deal.
He was smart. He's a smart quarterback. Like
when Trevor Lawrence
came from Batman.
Look what they did with Trevor Lawrence. Urban Meyer did some nut shit. They got rid of him and set Trevor up with Doug Peterson. Bill Belichick set him up with Matt Patricia.
Yeah. And then everybody like, oh, yeah, but look at his stats this year. He had 10 touchdowns and 12 picks. Bro, he was in a wild situation in New England.
Come on, bro.
Belichick did not want him there. And as a player, you feel that. Yeah. So, like, it affects your performance. Do I think Mac Jones is, a Hall of Famer? No. But do I think he can play? Yeah, I do. I really do.
Speaking of not wanting a player there, what do you think about the whole Brandon Aiyuk thing with the Niners? He was on FaceTime, posted on TikTok with Jaden Daniels saying they don't want me, and then the 49ers come out and give a statement that that they absolutely want him to return.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, this is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
I'll tell you what they think about them. The 49ers don't think that Brandon Aiyuk is better than Devontae Smith. They have similar stats.
I think that's fair.
Devontae Smith and Brandon Aiyuk, if you look at their numbers, like from their career, they are identical. Like literally identical.
Identical.
Like it's crazy. And the only category that Devontae Smith beats Brandon Aiyuk in is overall catches. Smith in the last 2 years, Ayuk's had one more touchdown and he's had a little bit more yards. Other than that, Devontae Smith has been better getting open and probably getting the ball more.
And Smitty's playing next to a fucking certified top 5 wide receiver.
Right.
So his opportunities are going to be lower.
Exactly.
Naturally.
Well, yes and no. I mean, I feel like your window of opportunity is probably a lot easier.
Well, no, because
Debo's there, but Debo's been out a little while.
And Debo is a hybrid.
I mean, look, 1,300 yards and 7 touchdowns. The market is what the market is. Devontae Smith, who got paid. Like, what did he get? He got paid
75, right?
75 for 3 years. Aiyuk should be getting 75, 70 million
for 3 years.
For 3 years, the same contract. I don't think the Niners look at that and say, I don't think he's worth it.
Who do you think's more impactful, Smitty or Aiyuk? Like, if you could choose either of them on that contract with the Eagles, who would you take?
I take Smitty because I'm a home dog, but I think
Smitty's better. I think Smitty has more to offer. He's taller, he has a better catch radius, and he didn't take long to blossom.
I don't think he's more explosive than Aiyuk, though.
Oh, bro.
I don't think so. I don't think he's more explosive than
Really?
Aiyuk. I think Aiyuk can make bigger plays.
Oh, hell no. No. What?
Just saying.
We talking about the same Aiyuk?
We are. The averages per catch tell me everything.
But bro, I don't know, dude.
I mean, he had 18 yards per catch. Aiyuk.
But is he relying
versus Smitty's 13?
But is he relying on the deep ball?
He's more
Smitty
explosive.
runs ins.
Right. He's more explosive. Like, I think Aiyuk is a more explosive wide receiver.
Well,
and that's not a.
They're built
it's
different.
Not, but it's not to say that he's better because he's more explosive. I know. I don't believe that.
Aiyuk is built like Tyreek.
Yeah, like I think they're both polished wide receivers. Like I think Devontae Smith is a polished wide receiver. I think.
So you think it's a coin flip?
I don't think you can go wrong.
Okay, all right.
Like I just think that if you had Aiyuk, if you had Aiyuk versus Smith, versus Smitty, I'm not mad at if you chose Aiyuk. I'm not mad if you chose Smitty. Like, to me, I think they're one and the same. I just don't think the Niners feel that way because that's the market. Because that's the most fair comp. Look at the stats.
Yeah,
they're very similar. They really are. I mean, even the last 3 years, the only like I said, the only thing that really Smitty has is probably the catches, overall catches. That's it. Touchdowns are the same.
The thing is Aiyuk took a while to blossom. He was mid the first few years of his career.
Well, Aiyuk's not really a high volume guy either.
Yeah.
Though. Like he'll get you 75, 80 catches. He's not going to get you the 95 to 100.
Yeah.
I don't think he's in that kind of offense either, though. In fairness.
It's not because he's in a run heavy offense.
Yeah, you got Christian McCaffrey catching 100 passes too. Yeah, you have Debo and shit. So it's like,
yeah, I got what you're saying. Yeah,
like he's definitely worth it. Like he's definitely shown that
fantasy last year. He's legit.
He's
definitely
not a bum. Legit, dude. He's not a bum. So like, I just don't think that the Niners.
He might be the most underrated wide receiver in the league.
They're treating him like that. That's how I'm looking at the situation.
Yeah,
now.
like,
I'm looking at him
feel
like now. I'm like, yo, he's been mad underrated.
Yeah,
Like I was kind of blown away by the stats.
they're sneaky.
Back-to-back 1,000-yard receiving years. That's got to say something.
And he's got a real quarterback now.
Right.
It's not fucking Nick Mullins or anything like that.
Purdy's legit.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'll tell you what, the 49ers should pay him because they're losing something big if they don't have him.
Absolutely.
They're playing with fire. When you have a Super Bowl ready roster and a quarterback that has shown you he can get there and he held you straight.
Tom said, "I'll just keep talking to the wall."
Oh, I didn't even know he was. I didn't even know he was in there.
Yeah,
my
honestly,
bad.
sorry.
I don't see it.
He said Instagram.
Oh shit! I forgot we were on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm not even.
He said, "I'll keep talking to the wall."
What did he say? Was he commenting on the Aiyuk?
He said Pittman or Devonta. I'll keep talking to the wall.
Oh, Pittman or Devonta?
Michael Pittman. Let me look up his stats. Just
wow, Pittman or Devonta? Similar builds.
Michael Pittman. Let me see. Because that's interesting.
That is a good one. I'm a big fan of Pittman, though. I think Pittman can really play.
I am, but he's another concussion away.
I know. I mean,
Pittman's been really, really good.
I feel last year.
I feel like he's more of a move the chains kind of guy. Like he's
not going down the field, going up and getting it.
Because his average last year was 10.6 yards per catch. Aiyuk was like 17.9, which is 18.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean?
Yards.
It's like,
and Smitty was 4 yards over.
But Michael Pittman has 109 catches.
Because he's a chain mover.
Right.
So
he's a high volume guy. Like I don't see that in Aiyuk.
So do you see Pittman like MT, slant boy?
Yeah, I think Pittman.
Because MT didn't blow past you down the field.
No.
That's not Pittman's game.
He's a crisp route runner. That's what he does. He gets open.
So I would say this. I think Pittman, Smitty, and Aiyuk are in the same. They're in that same realm of wide receiver. Like if I
like Pittman's build better.
Yeah, it's like if you
Smitty's.
But here's the thing: if you put Pittman on the Eagles over and you took away Smitty, like I'm not like, oh my god, that's a downgrade, but I'm not like, oh my god, that's an upgrade. I'm like, all right, cool. I know I got somebody that can move the chains and has hands.
I'm looking at it like, holy shit, this guy's a legit dude. The last 3 years, like, so he played 4 years in the league. The rookie year, he had 40 catches. After that, second year, 88. Third year, 99. Fourth year, 109. This guy is elevating.
Yeah.
He's going up. He's going up 10 catches more a year.
Yeah.
Like he's getting better. Like, look, the touchdowns are down, but that's also dependent on the quarterback. He hasn't.
Minshew.
Well, he lost his starter, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't had a legit like consistency as starter at quarterback. So, yeah, I mean, and he's still elevating. He's getting better. He's getting open, and he's getting the opportunity. So, yeah, I like Michael Pittman a lot. I think that's a really good comp. I like that. But he got paid too, didn't he?
Who?
Michael Pittman?
Yeah.
And what was his contract? Let me look at it right now. 3 years, $70 million. The same thing as Smitty. Basically, $5 million less than Smitty.
Well, I think the thing is, dude, is that I think like I said, I think they're in that same conversation together.
And when did Smitty get paid? That's the real question. I know, but okay. So Smitty got paid a month after Pittman. That's why he got a little bit more. Pittman got 3 years, $70 million.
And that's probably, I guarantee you that was the comp. That was the comp.
Absolutely. Because now Aiyuk is saying, fuck that. I want 3 years, 85 million, 80 million.
Yeah.
He wants to beat them because Smitty beat Pittman by 5 million.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you
that's where it came from.
That's
exactly where it came from.
It has to be.
He's spot on.
It has to be.
He's spot on. All right, let's go to the MLB before we get out of here. Phillies sit at 49-25. Castellanos hit a walk-off against the Padres last night in the bottom of the ninth. Yo, that running joke, I didn't even know about it until Mark said this last night, and I went and Googled it. I didn't know that, like, the whole running joke of when something tragic happens, that Castellanos goes off.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. Like, when he said that, I'm like,
it's really weird.
He says that, I'm like, I didn't know what he was talking about. So I went and Googled it, and I went on Twitter and started hysterically laughing. Then they said, like, I wasn't laughing about this, that Willie Mays died. You know, he's a legend of the Giants. He died at 93.
Say hey, kid.
So I went and checked it off. I went and checked it out, and I started looking, and I'm like, oh my god. And then like somebody posted on, like, quote tweeted it on Twitter, and it showed up, and I just started laughing. I'm like, who the fuck even pays attention to something like that?
I know. Well, because like it started with the announcers, the announcers would talk about like something, like a tragedy that happened that day.
Yeah.
And then he'll hit a home run, and basically the announcers don't even like recognize that he hit a home run. Like it's funny. Like it's weird. You have to watch the video. It's just so strange. Weird things happen with Cassidy.
Yeah, you know what's weird though with Cassidy, dude? Like I'm getting to a point now where like I do get pissed off with him.
I just accept it.
But I root so hard for the guy because it's like I don't know, man. Like his son and shit, his wife, he's connected to Philly. Like I just want to see him do good. I mean, look, we need him. We need him to win. We need him to win.
But he should not be batting second.
Oh no, hell no.
Hell no.
He's a 7-hole hitter.
No. I love Trey in that spot. I also even love Stott in that spot.
I don't know why Stott isn't. He takes a lot of pitches. He gets on base.
Yeah, he's having a down year though. In fairness, he is. He's having a really down year.
Yeah, but he knows how to work. He knows how to work the count, bro. Right. He's not up like with Cassidy. Cassidy's got to lose bat.
He swings at the first pitch, regardless. It don't matter, bro.
But here's the thing. So does Bryce. But Bryce is one of the best hitters in baseball.
Yeah, but I want Bryce to do that.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want Cassidy to do that. You know what I mean? Unless the pitch is down the middle. But it don't matter.
But when you're batting in the top and you're going back to the second batter, you need discipline at the fucking plate. Bryce and Stott. Why does Kyle Schwarber hold that position?
Right.
Discipline.
There was
works
one
the
game,
pitcher.
I think it was a couple games ago that like Cassidy's first 2 at bats, he saw 2 total pitches. Like work the count, you know what I mean? Like
that's what you need, dude.
Yeah, you especially at the top of the lineup and start, after a second at bat. I mean, at least start to work the pitcher a little bit. He's swinging at everything, but 2 pitches and 2 total at bats.
Tom's right. That's to boost his confidence. That probably was true. You got to play a head game with him because he's probably down on himself.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah,
just like Trey was, and who knows? Yeah. And Trey bounced back
with a standing O.
Yeah, but and he actually came back too this week. Trey.
I know.
He looked great.
I know he did. He looked like he wasn't laid off.
Yeah. Well, I remember
it wasn't as crisp.
He wasn't as fast as he normally was because Bryce hit a double because Trey was on first. Bryce hit a double. Usually Trey, I feel like would have scored on that just because he's so goddamn quick around the bases.
Yeah, but you want to chill.
But yeah, with that and with that injury, fuck with that. It looked like he wasn't fully 100%. It looked like he was about 80 to 75. I would say about that. So, that's something that we should monitor, but he's only going to get better as the days go. He got an off day today too, as well. So they are taking, good care of Trey, which they have to. And they're in the position to, because we don't actually need him to play every day right now because all we can do is get healthier.
And we got Sosa.
We have such a good lead in the standings that we can take care of our veterans now, and let them get healthy so that we can make a run.
What do you think of it? What did you think about Rojas getting sent down?
Deserving, but I love Rojas. I think he's getting better.
If he just needs to learn how to hit, bro, and he is such a good fielder.
But you know what's funny about that is I actually think he's been a lot better this year hitting than last year. Like I see the improvements. Like I'm looking at him, I'm like, okay,
at the fucking plate.
He's more comfortable. Like, yeah, I feel like he's had better at bats this year. I think Rojas is getting better, but what do you do, right? Like I think Merrifield shouldn't be on this team.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be gone.
Pache, probably not. He probably won't be on this team.
Hey, Pache.
Yeah, and I think he's all right. I think he could play. I do. I think he was a big prospect, with the Braves. But I do, and then we're gonna have JT coming back soon, hopefully, maybe a couple weeks.
I would say after the All-Star break.
Right. But I'm saying like
first week of August, probably.
But if we keep winning series and then we get JT back, that's exactly how we want to be. So,
and then you get the month of August to get JT rolling. September comes, you get going, and you get ready to fucking go in October. Right. Yo, you know what's crazy? The other night, dude, I was on, I don't know where it was. It might have been TikTok or Instagram. And there was a TikTok, I can't remember what it was, but a reel came up and it showed like last October in Citizens Bank Park. And you could just see like the gray sky, the black sky, the fucking fans just cheering and going crazy. And I'm like, yo, I cannot wait for October.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I was just watching. I'm like, man, I'm not like a huge fan of winter, but I'm like, I cannot wait for that time of the year.
Oh, it's the best time of the year. What do you think about David Dahl?
Bro.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. He, like, am I sold yet? I'm battling that.
He's okay.
Because I don't know, he fits.
He does. I just think that his bat is kind of weak, but
I know, but he fits.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's also another one. Like, we definitely need an outfielder. Yeah. I don't think there's any question about that. Who do you think we should get? I seen there's a lot of smoke about Luis Robert.
Who was the one dude you said you wanted?
I want Lane Thomas, but that's
who's the right
me.
fielder you said you wanted? I can't think of his name. From the Tigers or something, or the Rockies maybe.
Who?
I can't think of what you fucking. I can't think of his name. You said it the other day. We were laughing. He's a stud.
Brenton Doyle.
Well, maybe it was him. I don't remember his name. That name's not ringing a bell though. You said somebody, and he was like really good. And you're, Lance or something. I can't remember. We'll remember it after. I got to Google.
Oh, Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, that's who it was.
That would be fucking. That would be.
I could not think of it.
He's actually on the DL right now. He's on the DL right now. I have him in fantasy. I need him to come back. He's actually he's one of the best players in the league. But if we got Kyle Tucker, it would be fucking stupid.
Because you
can have Castellanos. I wouldn't give a rat's ass. You can have him. You can have fucking Andrew Painter. You can have whoever you want. Give me Kyle Tucker.
You could have Andrew Painter, Bobby Painter, Paul Painter.
The guy is a lefty. He doesn't even bat with fucking batting gloves. Give me somebody who does it raw like that.
Oh, Bryce don't either. Sometimes he goes back and forth.
I fuck with that, yo.
Like, I know. I like the no batting gloves.
Yeah, dude. Like
that's a lunch pail guy.
Yeah, it is, dude.
That's a lunch pail guy.
And you need them in your locker room.
I know.
I think he would fit perfectly on his team.
I know.
Kyle Tucker on the fucking Phillies would be bananas.
I know.
Dead ass.
We lost today to the Padres, but we still took the series.
But I would take Lane Thomas. I like that. I like him. I think he's scrappy. He's a scrappy little fella. I think he's better than what we have.
Does he fit the mold?
I think he's better than what we have. I think
in this
lineup will hit a lot better than where he is in the Nationals. Nationals, they don't have anybody. At least in here, he'll see better pitches. But I also believe that for Luis Robert too. Even though to me, like I don't know. I think he's kind of wildly overrated. I think he's having a really shitty year. He's batting 176. He had 38 homers last year.
Yeah, but sometimes a change of scenery. And I feel like with the Phillies, bro, when you come to the Phillies, the love and the affection is so high. It could get people out of that. It could snap them out of it, bro, because there's nothing like being there.
Yeah.
Bro, it's a sunny Thursday and the stadium's jumping.
But you also got to pay the piper for a player like that. He's young, he's 26, and I'd rather just go get Lane Thomas. I feel like he'll be cheaper. And I think he could fill a role here. And he's a veteran.
To propel us.
Yeah.
That's all we need right now. We need plug and play.
Yeah, because Merrifield's not it. Like, he's just not it. I'm sorry.
I thought he was a good utility pickup, too.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of miss Cody Clemens. I'm not going to cap. But
yeah, Cody Clemens, his bat was on.
I kind of miss Cody Clemens, but yeah, no, I think, I definitely think that we need an outfielder, and then we definitely need another arm.
I'm not saying it anymore because it goes without saying. What's understood doesn't need to be said.
That's facts. That's facts.
But all right, guys, thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be back next Wednesday for episode 207.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We're also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Stitcher,
and all that other shit.
Also follow us on all of our social platforms, and we will see you guys next week at P&I, baby. Peace. I keep forgetting we don't have megaphone.
You tripped me up.
I'm like, Stitcher.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinnage. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my